Hey, good morning everyone. Heppe here with X Factor Pickleball. I'm just going to share some of my pickleball journey here. I started off a couple years ago, probably at about a 3-5 level. Currently I'm playing around probably between 4-0 and 4-4 on a good day. So I'm trying to get better every day and really enjoying it. If you're here watching this, most likely you have a passion for pickleball too. And by day I'm a realtor in Myrtle Beach, so if you need a house, you know who to call. But anyway, today I just wanted to share a video of one of my sessions with Jack Wasserman over at Pin Point Pickleball. He's a great instructor. Just a little while ago he was under 5, now he's I think over 5'2" already. Could just see he's going to be a great player, has a very good eye, and although I want to continue to watch videos online and things like that, I think getting in reps with a player that can return the ball the way you need to see it, when you get into like those fast hands battles and just thinking continuously, it's important to at least be able to drill with someone of that level. So for me, wanting to take it to a slightly higher level, I think that's a good fit. So I'm excited about it. So I'm going to share some of our session that we just had last, and it was a great session. Some of it was on defense, some allowed me to transition from the baseline to the kitchen line, and then even get into some fast hands battles, which is great for me. I'm noticing a considerable amount of improvement on that, so that's exciting. And so yeah, I'm just going to start sharing some of my journey in this, just because I have such a passion for pickleball. And also, like I said, I created a brand, X Factor Pickleball. So if you want to support me, feel free to buy a bottle or something else. We have shirts, we have backpacks, things like that. But again, my primary focus is on pickleball and just getting better and enjoying the game. I have a lot of friends that play, and we're all in that 4-0 to play people up to 5-0. But so again, hope you enjoy the video, and I'm going to share some of that session now. All right, have a great day, guys. Take care. All right, so now I'm out here with Jack at Pin Point, and we're going to start off with a little defensive practice where I try to hit to the baseline from the kitchen line. And obviously if you can keep your opponent back and not moving forward, you have a better chance to win the point. So that's what we're working on here. It's funny when you watch yourself back, sometimes you feel like you look like Ben John, and then you realize, hey, I still have a lot to work on. So this is always good for me to see watching back, and also notice that I still need to get a little bit lower and not reach quite so much. You want to get in position with your feet first. Some of these I'm happy with. We've been working on me stepping back and doing two-hand backhand and moving back into position. I used to take a lot of steps, too many steps. I mean, you still want to get in position to take the ball in an appropriate position, but you don't need to be taking a bunch of tiny steps all over the court when it doesn't call for it. So working on getting back to ready position, and again, there obviously still needs some work with the form, but it's coming along. One thing I appreciate about Jack is how he, again, can place the ball very well, so it allows me to work on my shots. And, that goes back to, if you are getting coaching, you can have a coach that's good with telling you how to do things and so forth, but I think it's important if you want to get to a high level to have a coach that has the ability to place the ball, put it in position where you can keep returning it, keep the rally going. Again, when it comes to fast hands paddles and things like that, it gives you an opportunity to see how you're progressing. And later in the video, there are a couple times I'm pretty happy with how that's been coming along. A lot of times in the past, we'd hit a couple fast hands and then, it'd end in 2 or 3 quick exchanges. And now I notice sometimes it's going to 5 or 6 or even 7. So that's a continued work in progress. Has a lot to do with making sure you get back to your ready position and having your paddle in the place it should be versus following through too far or things like that. So that's one thing that's coming along too. Some of these got real fun for me. I almost enjoy drilling as much as I enjoy playing, perhaps even more now, just because I feel like it's satisfying to see that progress. It's, of course, a lot of fun to play, but the only way you're really going to get better, to get to that 4 or 5 level or plus, you have to drill. You can't just play. I mean, unless you're just naturally gifted and a freak athlete, it's going to take some effort and work. For me, I'm, a decent athlete, but definitely need to work on my game. So I have to work hard at it if I want to get to that level. It's funny too when you have a good coach and you're trying hard. Sometimes when you win an exchange every now and again, it feels good. You're doing something right, making a little progress. That last one was a good example of me not being back to a position where I could take the next ball in a good manner. Didn't like that one either. Pulling up my arm in a chicken wing style. Would have preferred to switch to a forehand. I don't know why, but sometimes when the ball is hit up, I have a tendency to almost jump a little bit. So I've been trying to work on staying a little more steady at the line once that ball goes up, and sometimes I even have to let him go. Still working on that too. This was a fun exchange here. I remember this one. Every once in a while I still get late to the ball. If you notice on that dink, I was pretty far behind my body with hitting it. You want to keep the ball in front of you if at all possible. And I think that goes back to anticipation and time and reps. Just anticipating where the ball is going to be faster, getting your feet in position first is key. Sometimes I tend to step and hit versus, step and hit simultaneously versus step first, get in position, and then hit. After I started getting a lot of these balls back, Jack asked me to start moving him around a little bit more, so you'll start to notice that I try to switch it up from backhand to forehand side. See if I can get him stretching a little bit. I said one of my goals with this is to eventually, have Jack benefit as well, which is going to take a lot of work, but this is giving him reps too. But I want to get to the point where it's he's getting a real quality session too, so I know that'll take time, but I think I can get there. That was a nice reset. Yeah, that was fun. Got that one down on him. Now we're doing a little cross court. He wanted me to start working from the baseline myself and move transitioning to the kitchen line, and we're trying to keep the ball in one side of the court. If you hit a nice deep return, obviously the goal is to get to the kitchen line your first try. But if you hit a shorter return and you have to stop, he always tells me to stop, split step first, and then move in. You don't want to be hitting the ball on the run too often. There may be times you crash, but I don't do that a whole lot. I'm really trying to get set before hitting the ball. Sometimes when you hit those balls out, you're just like, how did I do that? I've hit 100 of these balls today. Now, how do I hit the net? But I guess that's pickleball. This was a nice exchange. Definitely some more fast hands there, which really working on. Yeah, we got into it a few times, which was the goal. Transition all the way from the baseline to the kitchen, and then, finish out the point. Now Jack said, "Let's go straight on," so he moved to the left side, straight ahead of me, and we're just transitioning so that hopefully we can get to more of those fast hands battles at the kitchen. Talks about moving people around a lot, so once you get up to that line, going left, right, or moving people around as much as you can, make them uncomfortable, hopefully get in a position where you can win the point. I was happy with that reset. Been working on that. A lot of times he talks about how just a reset is real important. Sometimes you get a little anxious when you feel uncomfortable with your shot. You may be moving in and, they hit it to your, far right forehand or your backhand, and you're moving and, you feel like you have to do extra. But, those are the times that you actually really want to just hit a nice light ball, reset, get yourself back to the line so that you can have a chance to win down the road. another nice thing I like is that if you notice, like we started off with the defense. I was at the line, then we started working from the baseline and moving into the kitchen, and now kind of bringing it all together. So Jack's real good with that too. Like he'll work on one thing for a while, not overdo it, because sometimes you can almost do something too much. But then it's fun to kind of put everything together. And so yeah, this was a lot of fun. Um, Appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything you see that I can improve on, let me know. And if you'd like to, subscribe and like my channel. Kind of keep sharing videos, kind of share my journey, and hopefully keep improving. Pretty happy with the progress so far, so thank you, Jack. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you enjoyed the drill session there. If you see anything that you think I can do to improve, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm definitely not a pro by any means, and that's why I'm working with a pro to continue to get better. So anyway, keep the game fun, have a good time, and look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Take care.